cafe anyway.
Mike's Daily Podcast.
FF episode 1885, 1885. I'm your host, Mike Matthews, broadcasting from Cafe Anyway, the last place on earth somewhere in
Mike's Daily Podcast.
Podcastro Valley. And I have my lovely lady friend here today. Yay. Yay.
Hi.
There she is. She's singing to you. She said hi, and I am happy she's here because usually I'm alone and I'm very sad. And I cried the whole podcast, and that's why you are glad to hear me crying. It's one of those podcasts. Hey, you're drinking
Mike's Daily Podcast.
some delicious Mike's Daily Podcast Cafe Anyway water. Thank you for
Root beer.
Mike's
you don't drink root beer.
Daily
Brewmaster.
Yeah,
Podcast.
Be happy.
if
Yeah.
she knows if she doesn't drink the root beer, he'll cut her. Because he's violent, that Brewmaster. He's like one of those serial killers you've been watching on Netflix nonstop lately. Hey, question. You can call 336-MM Daily. That's 3 + 3 = 6. MM as in Mike Matthews, Daily as in this show. It's almost daily. We just skipped yesterday. But let me know what you think about what do you think when your girlfriend is watching a bunch of stuff on Netflix about serial killers? What are you watching?
Mindhunter.
Mindhunter.
Yes.
Okay, what is that about?
The beginning of an FBI profiling program that started back in the 70s, I think. And they developed this whole classification of serial killers, and they actually invented the term. They coined the term serial killer.
Ah,
Yes.
it was the FBI that came up with it.
Supposedly, yeah. I think that is. I don't know. I shouldn't speak, but the show makes it seem like it is.
Hold on, I have to go over there.
And here's today's podcast picture.
While Ariel says, what's the podcast picture, I have to point your microphone closer to your mouth because you decide that you're going to talk at least 50 feet away from the microphone. So that's why. Oh, she's getting closer, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, she's not shy anymore. Let's see, the podcast picture today. That's left to be seen. Because I don't know. I really don't know today. Oh, yes, I do. It's the boats over at... Oh, Basil. Basil was with us this day. He's with us now. He's looking at me like, what are you guys doing? He looks like he's about to fall asleep. He did a lot of walking today. Which means when he does a lot of walking, that involves me a lot of holding him up and helping him walk. And I'm pretty tired, too. But this picture, lovely lady friend, you can't see it from where you're sitting, but it is that time we went on a very hot day. We've been having some really hot days here in the Bay Area lately. The Emeryville Marina. Emeryville is where Pixar films all those movies. Now, I don't know. Is Pixar doing anything worth a dang anymore? Because all I'm hearing is Toy Story 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. And then, what was the one they did last year? See, I don't even know. Can you think of any?
Who did The Incredibles?
Pixar.
Okay.
That was Incredibles 2.
Yeah.
So they're just rehashing their old Cars 2, Planes. I don't know.
Trains and automobiles.
Yeah, that was a movie with John Candy. So this is the wonderful marina, Emeryville Marina, where Pixar has some studios. But the studios aren't at the marina. They're further inland. Close to where we had those beers.
I remember that day.
Beer house. That was fun. That was the day I took a picture, or you took a picture of that skunk. And that was in the podcast picture, the last show. The skunk in the rose garden. Mm-hmm. We also saw turkeys. 2 turkeys.
I know, who knew? It was just a bunch of wildlife sightings
Wild turkeys.
at the Rose Garden.
And that was interesting when we saw that turkey, because it was down on the ground where we were, and it just shot up to the tree branch. And then it kept jumping from branch to branch. That's what turkeys do, I guess. And it had these huge back tail feathers that were just amazing to watch, because they would just kind of suddenly move really fast, and all those feathers. So we saw a cat there, but Basil, they don't allow dogs, but Basil did get to see. We took him in a little bit, and then took him out real fast. So see that picture of Emeryville Marina. MikesDailyPodcast.com is where it is. Did I ever say what the question was I wanted to? Oh, yeah, the serial killer thing. So you're all into that now.
Yes.
What? And it is odd, because you played me. You found something on YouTube, though. What was that?
I was looking up one of the serial killers that was featured in the show. Because, I mean, as a therapist, it's fascinating to me.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it is kind of disturbing, I guess.
But
oh.
Basil's moving all over the couch here at Cafe Anyway.
He's like, serial killer?
What? Serial killer? I'm getting the hell out of here. Yeah, this guy that you found on YouTube went into extreme detail. Yeah, that was pretty scary. Anyway, so, hey, something may or may not have happened. I may have stopped the recording and restarted it. Oh, by the way, this new system that I have, lovely lady friend, is way better than the old one, because in the old times, when I would record over something that I just did, I would hear what I recorded beforehand. Do you know what I'm saying?
No.
So I'd be recording over something, but hearing what I had said before, and I'm trying to talk over it as I'm recording over it. As we go outside a cafe anyway, we're bringing Mike's Daily Podcast somewhere in Podcaster Valley. It makes sense. Listen to this podcast later, rewind it over and over again, it'll make sense. So Basil, we thought, might have had an issue, but he didn't. We're outside a cafe anyway now. The last place on earth, the show, is what we have. What was that thing you were reading today about some hoax on Instagram? Mm-hmm. And people are lemmings. So what was it? Like some celebrity said that if you don't post this thing on your Instagram, then everyone will, or no, Facebook will have all your information and use it.
I don't know who created the hoax, but celebrities were the one to... A lot of celebrities fell for it, and it spread like wildfire. And it was some poorly written paragraph about how Instagram had changed its privacy policy, so if you didn't want any of your photos or postings to be used by Instagram, then you had to copy and paste this statement. And people fell for it.
And I think that it we were wondering why, even though this is a hoax some people have fallen for before, why they, and over again now since like 2012, people have fallen for this hoax.
The same hoax, yeah.
Why do they fall again? I think it might be because of that Face app? That thing that like a bunch of people were posting, and it showed them like what they're going to look like 30 years from now.
Yeah.
Which was stupid. Oh, we talked about how stupid it was. Why don't you just wait around for 30 years and then you'll see what you look like then. But yeah, Russia has all the rights then to your face if you did that. And they're using it against your will. You're not seeing any dimes or nickels for that. So that's pretty sad. And lovely lady friend, adversity is the parent of virtue. Did you know that?
I did not, no.
No, that was one of the fortune cookie things I read last time.
Oh.
Yeah.
We were saying something the other day about kind of riffing on that. Something is the parent of, or is the cousin of Do you remember? I'm blanking out. It's late.
The cousin.
Having a brain fart. Yeah.
The cousin of, I think Success
The cousin.
is the bedfellow of Serendipity.
Yeah.
Is that it? It's just, that's all you have to do to make one of these sayings, by the way. You take a big word and then is the cornerstone of, and then you find like a synonym or antonym of what you just said. Here, let's do it together.
It's like that Mad Lib game. You ever played those?
Mad Libs.
Yeah.
Oh, those were fun.
Those were.
But see, that shows how smart you are and intelligent that you would do Mad Libs.
Really?
Yeah, because you like words.
Not a very good indication.
You're a wordsmith. Look who's here. Hi, Mike. It's Benita the Rodeo Queen. How y'all doing? Hi, lovely lady friend.
Hi.
How y'all doing?
Doing really good.
I like pink.
It looks good on you. It suits your skin tone.
No, I like the girl.
Oh, you...
Pink. She likes
I
pink.
see.
It seems like everybody likes pink right now. She seems to be the big thing.
Can you name a couple of songs that she sings?
I like that song she sings called This Kiss.
Uh-huh.
I think that's Faith Hill. This Kiss. She sings This Kiss.
Okay.
She sings Duke of Earl. The Duke of Earl.
Wow.
Wow, that's
okay.
Look who else is here now. Hello, my Matthews. It's Shelley Stewart. I don't know what I'm doing out here. Hi, lovely lady friend.
Hi, Shelley.
It's a lot of women's solidarity out here today, isn't it?
It is. Mike is feeling a little outnumbered.
I am. I don't know what to do with all this estrogensterone. Isn't that what you guys have?
Yes, estrogesterone. A lot of it.
Hey, look who else is here. Hello, Mike. Hey, lovely lady friend. It's a disgruntled fiddle player. Tell you what.
Well, what?
What? Well, I don't know what the estrogensterone is, but I'm not going to take any because I don't want to be a woman. You don't want to be a woman? No, I'm happy to be a man. Uh-huh. We were watching something, Portlandia, and you and I both said, because there was a scene where there were some people talking about, I don't know, Fred Armisen and Carrie Brownstein or something, and the woman really looked like a woman, but the voice was deeper than mine. Do you remember that scene? Yeah, it happened. It happened, and you were there. And it was something like,
I trust you. My memory is horrible, so yes.
This is a woman. You are a shark when it comes to TV and movie stuff. You just swim through it, and you don't even notice it because you're just you got to keep moving. Like a shark keeps moving, and he's got to keep moving or he's dead. And that's how you are with entertainment. You keep moving, you keep going.
Or else you die.
Or else you're dead. So you go through all this serial killer stuff and you're watching it. Do you know I've said in past podcasts that I'm a very big snob when it comes to TV, movies. My entertainment, where it comes from. I'm very cynical, careful. I don't know. I don't trust any entertainment. It may be because my dad was in the entertainment industry. I'm in the entertainment industry. I've known a lot of people in the entertainment industry. And by the way, apparently, if you want to be an actor or an actress, if you are a thespian, that means you like other thespians, that this is the time for you because there is so much content that needs to be generated by all of these content providers, for lack of a better, I hate that term. Everybody is generating, they need it. So if you want to do some acting, now's the time. Where do you get those jobs? I don't know. Are there shyster agents everywhere? Oh, yeah. Look out. Look out. Oh, hey, this is something I want to talk about. Can I talk about this?
Go for it.
Let me talk. I got something to say. I want to get it off my chest.
Oh, goodness.
It's people who you talk to and they tell you, oh, I'm doing this. Oh, I'm doing that. Oh, I'm involved with this. Oh, I'm involved with that. I don't know if you get that so much in your world of psychology therapists, people helping people. They're the best people, most important people on the planet. But in the world of entertainment and people that are hams and want to perform, there are some that they don't have a single negative thing happening. It's like, oh, I got this going on, I got that going on. I'm the best thing since sliced bread. Bread that's sliced is so good because when you try and eat bread without slicing it, you just get chunks, and that's awful. I cannot stand these people, lovely lady friend. What is wrong with me? What's wrong with them? Is there anything wrong with anyone? Asking the world, asking you. Let's hug. Here, I just want to say this, cap this all off. Some people don't see, they just see them and how great they are. That's my theory. I don't know if there's, I mean, I admire that. That's amazing. How do you do that? But they don't seem to be self-conscious, or is it a level of insecurity that they're overcompensating? Is the question. 336mm Daily, what do you think? But if you are someone that thinks that they can't do anything wrong, then good for you, and keep on going. But if you have insecurities, you shouldn't, because you're the best thing ever, and you're better than that person, the other person I was just talking about. Okay, we got one other thing to do, and that's the guy that brings us the root beer.
Hello, Mike. Have some delicious root beer. Oh, boy. How come you aren't drinking your root beer, lovely lady friend?
I already did. It was so good.
I'll cut you.
No, please don't.
You can't cut my lovely lady friend. Cut it out.
I'm just kidding. I'm a serial killer. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. No, don't say that. Yikes. Zoinks. That was Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Hey, I just want to say one last thing, and that is a big thank you to everyone who tried to help me on Windows support, Microsoft support, or whatever. Microsoft community. I logged in as login prob man. Prob as in problem. Oh, Basil's sighing. He's done with this podcast. Anyway, I got a couple responses, and they were immediate responses. So I don't know who's on these things that they jump right on. I don't know if they want your business or what, but there was a bunch of people. Well, basically none of their advice in the end solved the problem. I told you last show what I did. I reset the computer, and what it does is it saves your documents, your photos, your music, and your files, but it clears out all the apps and all the programs. Nobody suggested that. Nobody. So I'm just saying it did. However, this community thing kind of pointed me in the right direction. And I went over to lovely lady friend about halfway through using everybody's advice going, oh, nothing's working. Do you remember that?
I do.
Do you remember that? You remember that, but you don't remember any of the TV shows. See, she remembers the important things.
Exactly.
So I'm like all exasperated, and then that's the word for today's show, exasperated. And so then I said, I'm just gonna tear it down to the bolts, tear it down to the things that are to the wood floor, and I'm just gonna rip it all out to the what's the thing behind in the walls, the beams, the joints, something. I just tore it to the very core is what I did. The joists. Maybe that should be the show. Joists. That's the name of the show. I tore it down to the joists because they bring me so much joy. Hey, by the way, humidity. Okay, anyway, so I tore it down, and now it works. We're using the computer now here at Cafe anyway. And I want to thank my lovely lady friend because she was the help. So I went on that support system thing on Microsoft and said, hey, thanks to everyone, but none of your suggestions worked. Here's how I did it. Goodbye. And somebody posted underneath, wait, if you do it that way, doesn't it delete all of your files? And I said, and I didn't even respond. I actually unsubscribed from my own stream or feed or thread or whatever. And I guess people are going to keep posting onto that thread because it's starting to get popular. And I'm not going to, I've distanced myself from it.
So you said thanks, but no thanks.
Yes.
You said.
I said deuces, and by deuces I don't mean the peace sign. I mean fingers, one finger sticking up on each hand. Hey, somebody said, you know how they used to say you'd do a bird, and you'd say, but you'd hold the two fingers up around the bird finger, and you'd say read between the lines. Somebody else said, oh, you could do it this way too. Peel the banana. No? Back to humidity. So humidity, I've had 2 people in the past week tell me that humidity is good for your skin. As a Californian, as someone who moved to somewhere that was humid, and lovely lady friend used to live somewhere that was really humid, came to California. When I came back to California, I was so happy to get out of the humidity. You too, lovely lady friend?
Oh my God, yes. I do not do well.
But yet, it's good for your skin.
I don't care. I don't care. I'd rather have dry skin than be suffering in humidity.
And I guess that kind of reverts back to what I was talking about the people that are so full of themselves that have no humidity.
Right.
They have absolutely no humidity.
No humidity.
And
I hate it.
They don't try to be humal in any way whatsoever.
No.
Wait, am I trying to say humility? Yeah, they aren't. They're just so. They're not humal at all. They're not humal. No humility whatsoever. All right, we're not going to call exasperated or joints. It's going to be humility. How about that?
I like it.
Is that good? Or humidity? One of the two. You'll have to find it by going to MikesDailyPodcast.com. Well, lovely lady friend, is there anything else you'd like to say on today's show?
You are coming up on almost 2,000 episodes. I feel like we should celebrate.
What should we do to celebrate?
I'll get you a cake.
Nobody, as I drink some of the root beer so I don't get killed by the Brewmaster, has ever gotten me a cake for any of the anniversaries I have had. I had a guest on, God, like 2,000 episodes, not 2,000, 100? Maybe 200 episodes back, or no? I don't know. One of the episodes I had a guest on who said, oh yeah, we'll have a party for you, Mike. That never happened. So, in fact, I threw my own party once for 1,000 and had over Haley and who else was Robert was over, and they did some singing. We did some karaoke. We called it Scarioke, and we put it on the show. I don't think that's my term. Somebody else came up with that. But we did some of that on the podcast, and that's how we celebrated 1,000. So what are your suggestions for celebrating the 1,000th, or would be 1,900 is the next one, huh? Celebrating 1,900, you can call me 336-MM Daily. 3 + 3 = 6. MM as in Mike Matthews, Daily as in what this podcast is. Thank you for listening. Next show, it'll be the wonderful Madame Rootabega, Valentino, and Bison Bentley.
Mike's Daily Podcast is written and produced and performed by Mike Matthews. His podcast is super easy to find. Download or listen to his show and read his blog at MikesDailyPodcast.com. Email Mike now at MikesDailyPodcast@gmail.com. See you tomorrow. Bye!